back. We back with my tuna sandwich. This is a fried tuna sandwich. Hold on, y'all. Here we go. This is so much better. It's so dope when you got two phones. So now, I got this on the bigger screen. So y'all can see this. So it's gonna be kind of hard. But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be kind of hard. I may or may not be able to do the on point Orisha tarot, depending on my work schedule. So in the meantime, in between time, in my free time, the little free time that I got, I'm gonna hit y'all with these alignments, hit y'all with this Orisha astrology. You know, there's always a pataki in the sky that's going on. You know, let me cut my do not disturb on right quick. So let me do that. Do not disturb. Give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to cut my do not disturb on. How? Okay. All right, hold on. All right, we back. All right. So, we are officially in springtime. We're officially in springtime. So, happy spring equinox to everybody. I hope y'all been preparing because, you know, this pataki is playing right into what's going on right now in the world. You know, we've been really going through it. You know, we really been going through it in the Orisha house, you know, to put y'all up to speed about all the stuff that's been going on, you know. So this is around the time where, you know, Legba, aka Eshu, you know, he's told Obatala what's been going on, you know, as far as the issues with Yemoya and Ogun, you know, the reason why Ogun kicked him out the house, you know. And as we know, you know, this was something that damn near ran Obatala crazy. You know, it actually kind of did. You know, he was like, you know, I don't want you to have no more sons. You know, I don't want you to have no more sons or there would be put to death. You know, this is the original King Herod and Jesus story. You know, that story was hijacked from African spirituality, talking about Obatala and Yemoya, you know, and the baby Christ child that was talked about is actually the baby Shango in this pataki, you know. So, you know, this is about the baby Shango, you know, the birth of spring. Not only was did Shango come on the scene during spring, but also the baby Oshun was born during the springtime, you know? So a lot of people, they would argue with you. You have some scholars. You have some Hotep scholars who would actually argue that Jesus Christ, the biblical Jesus, could be a woman. And when you study this closely, when you learn about what Shango, the birth of Shango, and then you take into account the things that Oshun had to do to become queen, the biblical Jesus story is an amalgamation of both of them when you think about it, So right now, everything is in disarray. Everything is in disarray. Yemoya, she thinks that she lost a child, because remember, Yemoya did have another son after Obatala made that decree, and his name was Orunmila. Orunmila was the son that came after Orunmila was the son that came after that ruling, and Obatala told the baby Eshu to dispose of that baby, to bury it somewhere, dispose of it, because like I said, I don't want you to have no more sons, So as we know, Eshu, this was the one time that he disobeyed his father. And the reason why he did that was because there was a spirit, the spirit of Odua, which is above Obatala in this state. This is like Obatala's oversoul, said that this child that you're about to kill is going to be a part of the redemption. He's going to be a very powerful child. So against Obatala's wishes, I don't want you to kill this child, So instead, the baby Eshu hands over this child to Ayazan, the goddess of the forest, the mother of the forest, the mother of the I forgot what tree that was, but I talked about it in my Ayazan, the grandmother. I talked about it in that video. So right now, Yemoya is distraught. She's stressed out. She's Ursula, she's Ursula right now. And then the springtime comes, she ends up having the baby Oshun, and the baby Oshun kind of represented a whole new stage, a whole new transformation of Yemoya. She went from Ursula to the great mother that we all know and love now, So there's been a lot of prayers going up, looking for a redeemer, looking for, who's going to be the one that's truly going to bring justice to the world, because the world is in disarray. So who's going to be the one that's going to come forth during this time and be the light of the world, pretty much, So here comes Shango, the baby Shango. He represents, this is the baby Shango that represents Aries. It is said that even as a baby, even as a child, um, when Obatala held the baby Shango in his arms, the baby Shango told Obatala that, you know, when I come down, you know, when I get older and stuff like that, I'm gonna be a problem, you know, because I was sent down here to bring justice. I was sent down here to bring peace, to bring justice, and also war, you know. But at this point in time, he don't know. At this point in time, he don't know why, or who the war is at, you know. Um, because he haven't had that, the baby Shango, he haven't had that talk with the baby Eshu yet. So the baby Eshu haven't filled him in yet. You know, the spring just started, you know. Um so this is all Shango knows, the baby Shango knows for now. You know, he knows that the time that's coming is gonna be a lot of war. You know, there's gonna be a lot of redemption. There's gonna be a lot of justice. You know, there's gonna be a lot of new rules, a lot of new rules, a lot of new kingship, because he's gonna be a king. You know, he's gonna be a Shango. When he came into the world, he represented a new version of the alpha male. Remember when I talked about the 90s? You know, I talked about the birth of Shango, and I talked about the way the men of the 90s were, the way they acted. You know, I talk about how Ogun, he represented a version of the alpha male that's going extinct. You know, but it was a fight. You know, it was a fight. It was a fight for this, you know, for it to get like that. It was a fight, you know. Now it's funny, this Pataki came out many generations ago. Long time ago. But tell me why everything I just said pertains to now. Justice, wars, you know, a lot of wars, you know, wars between Shango and Ogun. But the message hasn't been told to Shango yet that Ogun is the main target. And that's his brother. You know? So that's what's going on. You know, a lot of wars, you know, rumors of wars and, you know, stuff like that. But we haven't got a message yet that there is a full out war. You know? You know, we're just seeing that there's something new on the horizon, and a lot of more things. You know, Tariq Nasheed, he always talks about April. You know how important April is to black people. Oh damn, my clothes just got finished washing.
Let's see.
So, you know, that's what's going on. And so right now, Oya, because Scorpio is in the second house, you know, so Oya, she's cleaning up the house. You know, Oya right now is cleaning up the house because right now, Yemoya, she is, let me see, where's Pisces at? Let's see where Yemoya is at. I think Yemoya is in Eshu's house. Yep. So right now, Pisces is in the sixth house. So Yemoya, she has been self-improving. You know, since the birth of Oshun and Orunmila, and now Shango, which is the three, you know, the three divine beings right now. You know, Yemoya, she's been self-improving. You know, she's been getting her house in order. You know, and the baby Oya, which is the moon in Scorpio, right now, she is cleaning up, she's cleaning up the house. She's transforming, uh she's transforming the self-esteem of the house. She's transforming, when it comes to uh the possessions, the valuables, you know rearranging things, stuff like that. you know and as we know, Aries is also in the sixth house. So the sun is in Aries in the sixth house, and Yemoya is here waiting on him. you know so in short, because I'm not this is going to be a shorter video because I got stuff to do. So in short, what does this mean for the soul family right now? Okay, right now, during Pisces season, remember what I told y'all in my last Orisha astrology video. I said during Pisces season, you better be finding Eshu while you're in La La Land. Because see, the baby Eshu, he's in the 12th house. He's looking from afar. Because he already know what has to happen. The baby Eshu, he already knows what has to happen. But right now, he's out of sight, out of mind for the moment. And Gemini, this is the message that the baby Eshu, through Legua, when he send this message to Shango and let him know why he really here, he has to be in a place of wisdom, because he understands what type of impact this is going to have on Shango. So it's almost like, I know why you're here, but I gotta let you have this time of innocence, this small time of innocence, because you just got here. So there's like a small period. Of innocence where you don't know. There's a small period of innocence right now where you know that that you're supposed to be doing something new. That whatever this new thing that you're about to embark on during this springtime, it's about to bring you a lot of justice. It's going to bring you a lot of prosperity. You may turn into a king or a queen once you embark on this. But it's like you got the energy is coming through. And that's why I put that Teletubby sun on the thumbnail, because with me, today was like a super energetic day. Like, I've been like, energetically kind of down during Pisces season, even though a lot of good things have been happening to me, but it was just something about today. Like, my energy was just super high. I was vibing. The manager wasn't on my back. I was able to work in peace. My leads were super cool. And one thing that I noticed about myself today was that today I was like super innovative. Like, the lead would tell me to do something, and it would be like a 2 or 3 man job, and I would figure out a super smart, innovative way to do it myself, to where I don't have to ask nobody else for help. And again, you taking that initiative to do something, that's what this Aries season is about. Even if you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do, So right now, the baby Eshu and the baby Shango are one and the same. The baby Shango and the baby Eshu are one and the same at this moment. They just want to go do stuff. You know, they just want to go do stuff. So if you want to know, what the baby Shango is doing right now, so the baby Shango, he's in the forest, you know. Now, this is how you know that Shango is powerful. Because even as a baby, this dude is running around climbing trees. You know, these aren't your average, when you think about these Orishas as ethereal humans. And when I say an ethereal human is someone who can age at will, someone who can dematerialize at will, and someone who has full control of their spiritual abilities. That is a ethereal human. That is what that means. And at one period in time, we were ethereal humans. Remember, there are many different types of humans. You know, Oshun, she represents a different type of human. She represents the human that can change into different animals. You know, she can change into different animals. She can change into different forms and stuff like that. You know, and these were all gifts and talents that we used to have, have access to when we were at our full power. You know, so what does this mean? You know, right now, I bet y'all can feel that there's something new on the horizon. A lot of y'all might have been getting job offers. A lot of y'all might be getting opportunities to, to go to new places, to embark on new things. You know, you may have some ideas right now that you've been thinking about. You may have some ideas that you've been thinking about, and it's like now you just feel like, I just need to do it. I just need to do it now. You know, now the baby issue is still in the 12th house. So what this means is, don't be in la la land. Don't worry about what might happen, what might not happen, what could happen, what may go wrong. You know, like I said, it is very easy to find the baby issue in la la land. You know, so you better have his number, you know, and be able to spot him out the crowd. You know, because at the end of the day, this is the dawn. This is the dawn of the real new year. You know, and I know a lot of people say that. You know. Oh, what's up, Cosmic Ray? You said I'm an Aries too, Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon. Wow. Yeah. You know, that's definitely what's going on right now. So let's see where what degree Scorpio is. You know, because we know the baby Oya, she always got to grow up. She always got to grow up before her time. You know, so with the moon being 19 degrees Scorpio, this is a older Oya. At this time, I would say Oya, she's probably like in her 20s. I would say she's like in her 20s. She's headed to 30. She's probably like 26, 27, 28, headed to her 30s, you know. And at this time right now, because now we're talking about the baby Oya, at this time right now, yeah, it actually have, Cosmic Ray. My day was super dope today. You know, I wasn't cramped up when I got off. Everything was smooth. It was dope. So in order for so in for the baby Oya, or for a Oya right now, this is this is a baby Oya, but she's a lot older. You know, she's a lot older. So she's looking to do she's looking to do this new work, sixth house. And she understands that in the future, Shango is going to be needed for the work that she's about to embark on. Because remember, Shango and Oya ended up getting together later on, you know. But if Oya wants to be in the right alignment, she got to make some changes in the place where it matters the most, which is the second house. This is the house of money, possessions, self-esteem. She gotta, if you're a Scorpio, if you're a Aunt Yansa and you trying to pull a Shango, a lot of things in your second house gotta be on point, in order for this to happen. Because at the end of the day, when we look at the eighth house is in Taurus. So whatever eighth house things that you don't get in order right now, your stability is gonna reflect that, or the lack thereof is gonna reflect that. Right now, the midheaven is still in Cancer, so this is grandmama. Grandmama's still running things. Nana Baruku is still in the midheaven. So what that means is, she's again, like I said, she's giving you some time. She is the gentle boss. So you still got a little bit of time left. You still got a little bit of time. But at the end of the day, it's like you got to start running. You got to start running. And while you're running, that's when you get your directions. You get your directions once you start running. If you're standing still, it's gonna pass you by. Like if you're standing still and you're waiting around and waiting on a sign or waiting on this, waiting on that, your chance is gonna pass you by. Because when we talk about Aries, that's quick. That's quick fire energy. It's like you get an idea, and it's like as soon as you don't start adding different feelings and other supporting thoughts to it to bring it into fruition, it passes you by. I had a thought while I was at work, and the thought that I had was, maybe I need to find some of these conscious YouTube channels that do reactions, and maybe I should pay a few people to react to my videos so I can get more traffic to my channel. It was a thought. That was one of the thoughts that I had. One of the other thoughts that I had was about learning how to augment my animation and realism to where I can make like music videos and stuff like that, to where I can use like a green screen, so where it could be like, the environment that I'm in is CGI, but it looks so photorealistic because of the new technology that it's hard for people to even distinguish either or. I've been really looking into how much it costs for other people to animate. And when I tell you that shit is mad expensive, but I can tell you, I'm gonna tell you this too. It's not hard. It's not hard. Like, there are so many free YouTube courses on Unreal Engine 5, on Character Creator, on Blender, you know. But at the end of the day, I understand that, you know, that's not everybody's what they want to do, you know. So depending on how good your work is, you know, people would be willing to pay that $1,000 per minute. Like, when I tell you, it is very, very expensive for a minute of animation. For a minute of animation, it's almost $1,000. Over $1,000. That's being generous, you know. Me getting into this, I'm learning all the millions of dollars, the hundreds of thousands of dollars it takes to really make cartoons and make them good, you know. So I'm seeing in my head now all the people, places, and things that I need to gather around me so that I can make this a reality. But right now, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I just know that this is what I want to do, you know. And that's the energy that we're in right now. That's the energy that we're in. It's like, we know that we're about to do something great. We can feel it. We can almost taste it. But we just don't know exactly until we get all the way into Aries. And then we get into Taurus, where we start to use that idea to really create our stability, you know. And then we get into Gemini, where we start communicating with like-minded people. And then we get into Leo, where we become the king. You know, we become the king. We finally become what we always knew that we could be, you know. But see, this is the start. This is the start. This is the start of it, you know. So the baby Oshun, she's in Leo. What's up, multiverse? So the baby Oshun is in the 11th house. Let's see what she's associating with. Let's see, where's Aquarius? Where's Aquarius at? So yeah, so Aquarius ain't even in the picture yet. You know? Aquarius isn't even in the picture. As far as it's not in a house. There's a lot of aspects that are in Aquarius. So right now, if you're serious about transforming the way you value yourself, the way you value your self-esteem, the way you value your you know, the things of that house, you know, the way you value that. If you're serious about doing that, so that you can have a job where it's your individual specialty. See, right now, for all of y'all that are getting job offers and different offers and different ideas, it's because at the end of the day, your inner child is ready to transform the things of this sixth house. You know, your inner child is ready to express its individuality in your job. And if you can't do that in your job, some things got to be transformed, you know. So let's see. So the third house is in Sagittarius, you know. So this is you being wise. This is you being wisdom, wise-minded about this. This is you making a wise decision, you know. You making a wise decision. As you can see, Saturn is still in Aquarius in the fourth house, you know. So at the end of the day, um, whatever this is that you're about to embark on, you know, um, you gotta. This is gonna be one of those type of things where um, it's gonna show if you really about that life or not. Because if you really about that life of something that you really want to do, you'll fight tooth and nail for it. You'll fight for it. How much are you willing to fight for this kingship position, this new job, your path? How much are you willing to fight for it? You know, because you got Saturn, you know, fourth house is in Capricorn. You know, you got Saturn in Aquarius. So a lot of people are gonna feel like they know better than you. They're gonna feel like they're a know-it-all and they know better than you. You may be the type of person where you're like, yo, you know, I want to start getting into animation. I want to start creating my own cartoons and creating my own movies and creating my own universe, my own Marvel universe, you know? So, fourth house in Capricorn, Saturn in Aquarius, you know, you're going to have people from your own family. You know what all you got to do in order for you to do that? You got to, you know, go back to school and you got to pay for this and you got to get a freaking super computer. You got to have a super graphics card. You got to do all of this stuff, you know, in order for you to make this dream come true, you know. Now, I bet y'all probably asking me like, how am I going to make the dream come true? Let me show y'all. So I've been talking about this shadow PC for a minute. I want to show y'all for a second. What I'm talking about, even though I haven't done the lecture yet. So, give me a second. It's pulling up now. I'm gonna show y'all my shadow PC on my phone. This is a fully working gaming PC setup on my phone. The impossible. Making the impossible possible is what Eshu's specialty is. And that's what this shadow PC lecture, if I ever get to do it, that's what it's going to be about. Let me see. It may or may not come up. Let me see. It's taking forever. It's taking forever to come up. Okay. So. It got updates. But hold on. Let me zoom out. So you can see, even though you don't see the screen yet, you can see configuring Windows updates, 70% complete. Don't turn off your computer. Mind you, this is a phone. This is a phone, not a computer. But I got a fully working Windows computer on my phone that I can do animation, I can do gaming, you know, all the things that people say, oh, you can't do this because you don't got the right hardware. Well, you know, with a little bit of a belief and a little bit of digging and research, you can make anything possible, you know. So again, that's what this Aries season is about right now. That's what this Aries season is about. You know, at the end of the day, I know I didn't get a chance to go through all the alignments, but I'm really crunching for time. At the end of the day, you always knew what it is that you wanted to do. You always knew what your path was gonna be. You know, you always knew this, you know, but you know, sometimes your inner child allows you to learn some things while being in La La Land. So that once you get out of La La Land and you get this eureka moment about what it is that you're really supposed to be doing, it just makes all the sense in the world, because you spent damn near your whole life trying to do it the other way. Trying to do it this way, trying to do it that way, trying to go here, trying to go there, trying to do it like this, and you failed. So now when your inner child finally comes to light, like the baby son in the Teletubbies, and let you know, like, yo, this is what you're supposed to be doing. You're like, oh, it makes so much sense. And then you go pew, and you start running in that direction. You don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know how it's gonna turn out. All you know is, this is what I was meant to do. And this is something that that's gonna give me justice. Think about all the things that Shango represents. He represents war. I may have to fight. I may have to fight my family. Shango, he got to fight Ogun. When the baby Eshu finally tells Shango about why he's really here, he's gonna have to fight his own brother. In order to usher in this new era, in order to usher in this new rule. But right now, Ogun has been debilitated. So he don't even got the top spot no more. The top spot is vacant. It's yours. It was always meant to be yours. But that don't mean that you're not gonna have to prove yourself. That don't mean that you're not gonna have to still fight, still learn, still study. But at the end of the day, right now, this is kind of like the first day of school. This is kind of like the first day of school, and you in the and you're getting yourself mentally ready for that first day of school. You're like, damn, I can't sleep as late as I used to, because I gotta go to school now. A lot of my time is gonna be spent at school, so I'm not gonna have time to mess around and do this and do that. I'm gonna have to be on a strict regimen during the week. I'm gonna have to wake up early. I'm gonna have to have my clothes earned before I go to school. I'm gonna have to make sure I get up and brush my teeth and wash my face, and all of those type of things that's gonna raise my self-esteem. And right now, you got the supply list. You got the supply list. So your mom and dad has already got your supplies. They in your backpack. You getting in the car and you're driving to school. But right now you don't know what classes that you're gonna be in. You just know that you're driving to school and you got all your stuff in your backpack. For what you're supposed to be doing this term. So that's what we're all on. The last thing that you want to do is be worried. The last thing that you want to do is be in a place of fear, in a place of doubt, because all that's going to do is give you the bubble guts once you get to school. And you don't want a embarrassing situation to happen where you pee on yourself, you shit on yourself, or you fart in class and everybody laughing at you, all because you were too worried. You were worried. But at the end of the day, even if you did do something like that, it's just the first day of school. Nobody cares. It's the first day of school. Like we all fuck up. Like we all do dumb shit, on the first day of school, because no rules have been put in place yet. No rules have been put in place yet. No standards, no statutes, nothing has been put in place yet. So what this means is, even if you do make a mistake, even if you do something that you feel like is a mistake, since this is the first day of school, it can be forgiven. You know, it can be forgiven right now. So you don't have no excuse to not embark on whatever this is that you need to embark on. You know, because if you don't, this wound, this Chiron wound of individuality is gonna keep rearing its ugly head. You know, and and it's gonna feel worse. You're gonna feel dead inside, Scorpio. A death. You're gonna feel dead inside because it's like, damn, I literally had the opportunity to heal this Chiron and Aries, and I let it pass me by because I was too worried. I was too worried about the past, unbalanced. I was too worried about an unbalanced idea about the past. So, so when it came time for me to hold my head up high and have high self-esteem, you know, I dropped the ball. You know, so you don't want to be that person. You know, um, so Palace and Aries. You know, refined, faithful, and generous character, fully aware of one's worth. One is unanimously respected and stands on equal footing with powerful figures who grant their protection and trust. Success is achieved in agriculture, you know, the art of cooking, military. Noble deeds are highly rewarded and attract numerous loyal friends. This is the energy that you're in once you get into the flow. You know, this is what you're going to be looked at as. You know, and Yemoya right now, because Yemoya is in the same house as Shango. You know, she's loving her adopted son. You know, so much. So Yemoya right now, she's honest, rigid, and fair, regardless of the social layer to which she belongs. You know, she rises to the exceptionally prominent position and become famous in her field of competence. You know, this is who Yemoya, this is what Yemoya attitude is right now. She still got Jupiter, so she's still powerful. She's still super intuitive, and um she's still got that communication. You know, so at the end of the day, you know, when this is all said and done, your inner child is ready to transform. If you're feeling heavy, it's because there is a transformation that is going on inside. Your inner child is ready to transform, so you can start to look at yourself self-esteem wise in a more transformed type of light. You know, your inner child is ready to get on his business. The Bible said, Jesus said, I'm about my father's business. Your inner child is ready to be about their father business. You know, they ready. They're ready to transform. And whatever your inner child transforms is going to show in your high self-esteem, in your high business sense, you know, in your high moral compass, you know, all of those type of things. It's going to show in your wise mindset, you know. It's gonna show the fourth house in Capricorn, you know. It's gonna show strict household. Again, you know, don't let this deter you. Don't let this Capricorn in the fourth house deter you from doing what it is that you're supposed to be doing. You know, remember, it's springtime. The baby Oshun is here. You see Venus? You see all the things that Venus is affecting. So make sure you're having protected sex right now, because you know, if you're not intelligent with the way you're using Venus is gonna affect this. You may have a position that that you could have took with this Aries, but since you got a child now, since you got somebody pregnant, you can't even embark on that. Maybe it was your twin flame coming in, but you got your side chick pregnant. And now you can't even talk to the twin flame no more. You know? You intelligently using this Venus is gonna affect your stability when it comes to the 8th house. You know, you don't want to be a sexually unstable person right now. Right now, you don't want to have imbalanced trauma from the past, because it's gonna affect this Venus. You know, you don't want to have low self-esteem to where you'll betray somebody for stability. You know, you don't want to have these type of things, because if so, you know, this is gonna turn you into you know, someone who is very you know, emotionally toxic, you know, and you don't want to bring no toxicity from the past into this new beginning. This is a new beginning, you know. We got Mars, so this is what you need to be fighting for. Your passion, your motivation is supposed to be on your high self-esteem. It's supposed to be on your balanced desires. Your desires and things like that are balanced. Your dreams, you're having you're balanced, because in your dreams you're communicating with Akasha. You're communicating with Mayat. You know, you're sexually stable. You're stable. You know, when it comes to that, your high self-esteem is the reason why you're able to use this energy of the 8th house constructively. Very important. And this is real deep. This is real deep, because this new career, this new not Mars in the 4th house, but this midheaven career is gonna depend on how deep you take this seriously. How deep you take this new beginning energy serious. You know, look at that. Look at Pluto. Look at Pluto. You know, your midheaven depends on this. It's deep. You know, your creative energy depends on this, and your new job, your new work, your self-improvement, it depends on that. You know, so all in all, we're transforming our value. Right now, you're going to be going through some things probably this week. You're going to be going through some things that's going to transform the way you value your work. Transforming the way you value your work. And if you're not in a work, if you're not doing work that is unique to you, if you're not doing your work that is original to you, you're gonna feel dead inside. You're gonna feel like a season that already passed, you know. And this is gonna put the fire up under you to start something new. So if y'all heed that message, you'll be glad that you did. I gotta dip up out of here. If y'all want to you know, talk to me personally, and I help you with your, you know, I show you your alignments and different things like that. You know, I do that on my Patreon. You can ask me astrology questions, Orisha astrology questions. If you like the way I do this, if you like this style, I answer questions like this on my Patreon, www.patreon.com/bandclaptv. I also do readings like this, www.bandclaptv.com if you want a reading. I need all the support that I can get out here in Miami. So, you know, if you all schedule a reading, I'm definitely going to get to you, you know, but it's probably going to be between the hours of like 7 p.m. to like 8 p.m. 7 p.m. to like 10 p.m. you know. But I'll definitely get to you. It'll be better to schedule a card reading or a natal reading. Um, if you want it, everything is everything, and you're willing to wait, until I give you a time, then go ahead and do that. Um, and yeah, be sure you donate. Mr. BCN, Cash App, Shop, Melly Amar, MELIAMAR at gmail.com, for PayPal. And until next time,